channel. No matter which sports here, we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
What's up, sports to the bone family? What's up? What's up? How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Yes, man. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to another video, my viewers and subscribers. Hope you guys are doing okay. Well, we haven't done it's been a while since we have done a daytime live show. But we're gonna be talking a little bit. Yes, my viewers and subscribers. Just let me know if you're hearing me. As soon as you're on, just go ahead and let me know if you're hearing me, my viewers and subscribers. Yeah, man. Don't want to be here talking, and you guys not hearing, you know. I see Mr. Lover in the house as usual. Blessed, Mr. Lover, blessed. Let me know if you are hearing me. Let me know if you are hearing me. All right, so we have a couple of things to talk about. West Indies. So we just finished taking on Pakistan, right? All right, Mr. Lover, say loud and clear, just like I like to hear that. All right, so we just finished taking on Pakistan, and we are now gearing up to face off with Bangladesh. Yeah, man, we're going to be playing them in a couple of test matches, and then we have some ODIs and T20s, if I'm not mistaken. The ODIs, the test match, the first test match actually begins tomorrow. So we are going to talk a little bit about that. I know this is an unusual time. You know, persons are usually at work. We usually do the live in the evening and all of that. But, you know, I got some spare time today. So I just decided that, all right, I didn't get a chance to talk about the Pakistan series on a live show. So let me just go ahead and see if I can, you know, do a little live. So as you come on, guys, just go ahead and share the live. Share it up so persons can know that we're on. As I said, a lot of persons aren't aware. All right, so separate and apart from the test match that is coming up tomorrow, we're going to take a look at the Pakistan series, right? A lot of persons didn't get a chance to really talk how they feel about it. Sheldon, Jaja, long time no see Sheldon, you know. Yes, Sheldon, blessings. Happy to know that you are here and you are okay. We haven't seen Sheldon in a while, you know. Yeah, man, Sheldon, blessings. Mr. Lover is saying that Roach looks fit to play. Pitch has on green grass. Sashin in the house. Sashin said, look at the man set up, brother. Well done, Lennox. We're working on it, you know, Sashin. We have quite a few things put down in the back there that we're going to be, you know, organizing up a little room, but haven't gotten to it as yet. But let me tell you guys, once we are set up, you know, the persons that are coming on the live, those who hiding from the camera, you know, once we are set up and we're going to take off like an aeroplane, and I want you guys to all of the camera shy people that are always coming on, make sure they're getting themselves ready, because a lot of the fans, well, a lot of the supporters have been texting me outside of YouTube and Instagram saying that they really love the show, they like the show. Some persons even commenting in the comment section, they like the show, but you know, and they like when the supporters come on and giving their opinion, but they want to be able to see the supporters. So all my main supporter, Mr. Sashin and all them guys will love hype. Yeah, man. But as we say, guys, we have a lot of things coming up in store. I just don't like talk about things before it happen, but we have quite a few things to put up and to organize up. But you know, time is the master. Anyway, let's get to the meat of the matter, guys. So, all right, Mr. Lover is saying that Roach is looking good, he's bowling, and he looks fit. So I doubt they are going to be able to do any changes for the first test match, because you know they already announced the squad and they gave us the reserves already. So something drastic would have to happen. I mean, you can be bowling and it can look as if you are fit and you're not fully fit. You know, it can be a road to recovery. It's a hamstring. Remember, he's a pace bowler, so you know he's going through his strides and all of that. It could be maybe 70-80% ready. But in order to play a test match, you want a man to be 95 or 100%, because especially as a main bowler, if he's not able to, say for example, he goes out there and bowls a couple of overs and he's not able to continue, then you know you find that somebody else will have to pick up all of that. You understand? So we see a couple of persons checking in. Richard say if Roach fit, can he still get into the squad even though he was not listed? I doubt it, because usually when they list the squad, it simply means it would have been submitted to the match referee, I think. I'm not sure. Supernova says Campbell scoring at least a 60 in this one. Oh, you say Supernova, Campbell go and get some runs. Let us see. Mr. Lover said Roach was in the squad but was left up to assessment to be confirmed. All right. If Campbell does not make back-to-back 50s in his 2 innings, Tage comes in for the second test. I was looking at it and I'm saying that he needs to try and get some runs because, you know, Tage Naran Chanopal is in the reserves for a reason. You understand? So let us see. Turn the light on. You guys are not able to see me. It's dark. Oh, hold on. Somebody say it's dark. Let me know if you guys are able to see me. A light is on, but I think I can get it a little bit brighter. Just let me know. All right, let me pull it up on my phone and see how dark it is. Oh, a couple persons saying that they can see me. All right, good. Once you're able to hear me, remember my face is not that cute, so you might not be able to see the face. Anyway, let us talk about the Pakistan series that just concluded, guys. I saw a lot of persons venting in the comment section. Where do we go from here? Did we learn anything? As it relates to Nicholas Pooran's captaincy? Did we learn anything new about the team, about the ODI team? We soon take a look at the test. We soon take a look at the test, right? Supernova, so rushing back Roach is not smart in my eyes. His injuries take longer to heal. Exactly. Looks good, man. We don't need beach lighting. All right. Yeah, we definitely don't want to rush back Roach at all. But as I was saying, guys, the Pakistan tour, I did a couple of videos talking about it, and I must say that the first game was impressive as it relates to being able to bat out 50 overs and getting over 300 runs. The fact that we weren't able to secure victory, I am concerned about that, but I didn't really expect us to go there and dominate Pakistan, but the way in which our batsmen kept getting out, it was really, really horrible to watch. People like Pooran, Kyle Mayers, and even Rahman getting starts and doing stupidness. It's the same thing over and over. You understand? Same thing over and over. And we are calling for persons to be dropped, Javid, but I don't know who we're going to replace them with, because our cricket is at such a bad state right now that if we drop one or two of these guys, we're going to replace them with somebody that is not even performing well at the regional level. Sachin says, I will. Hold on. All right, Sachin says, I will say something right now. Everyone was saying Hetty is too immature to captain, but what are we seeing from Pooran? Is Roach in the squad? No, Roach isn't in the squad. I think Roach is injured. All right. Some people want to drop Javid retires. I'm sorry to say, but our bowling will not be anything. Roach hasn't retired, he's just injured. It's too serious. Give the captain some time. So Sachin, Supernova is saying that they need to give the captain some time. I am not calling for the captain head, as it relates to his decision making and all of that and rotating his bowlers. I'm not calling for his head for that. My issue is the way in which the captain, who is supposed to be a top order batsman, is getting out the same way over and over. That is my problem. And being careless. You understand? That is my problem. Ricardo said, well, we learned that Pooran can give us a few over. Well, not only a few over, we learned that he might be able to give us all of 10 overs at very cheap rate. You understand? So yeah. Mr. Lover is saying that Roach is in the squad, but I can't remember seeing. I think they left him out saying that he's not fit. Oh, so he's in the squad, but he has to actually pass it. Sachin says, I'm not calling for his head. I'm calling for the way he bats and the way he doesn't seem bothered by losing. Mr. Lover, would you risk it? I wouldn't need Roach to. Yeah, well, definitely. I wouldn't risk Roach right now. Let him continue to recover. It's going to be a good opportunity for Alzarri Joseph to lead the test team in the Caribbean here, lead the bowling attack. Let us see what he's capable of. We have been calling for Alzarri Joseph to be the new ball bowler in Test cricket, because usually we see they have him as second change or sometimes even third change. So let us see how things will go. I mean, Jaden Seals, he has been pretty successful so far in his test career, but he's still young. So Alzarri will definitely need to pick up the slack and lead, right? Mr. Casanova said, if Pooran is bowling well, I can see them using him in T20 also, but who would keep? And in all honesty, guys, I don't even want to go down that road, I don't want to go down that road. I don't even want to entertain the idea, because next thing we start entertaining that idea that Pooran can bowl 4 overs or whatever, then all of a sudden you'll be able to make the team as a bowling all round, and then we stop pressuring his batting. He's too talented of a batsman for him to go and pick up the same thing that a lot of our cricketers doing, being half and half cricketers. He's too talented of a cricketer for that, man. We don't want to lose Pooran like that. You understand? We don't want to lose him like that. All right. Supernova says, since Antigua is batting paradise, we should bat first and aim for 370. Yeah, usually a lot of runs. We get a lot of runs in Antigua. I see Mr. Lover sending me some pictures of the pitch. Seems as if there's a lot of grass on the pitch, so I'm not sure how the decision going to go as relates to batting or bowling. Roach should mentor Joseph and Seals. Well, I mean, when all 3 of them in the team, I think Roach, is actually doing that. But Joseph has actually been around for a while, so it's time for Joseph to really start leading the test bowling. You understand? Not calling for Roach to be dropped or anything once he's fitting. I'm just saying it's about time we start seeing Alzarri Joseph coming into his own. You understand? So it's going to be pretty interesting without Shannon Gabriel or Kemar Roach. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how the guys hold up. You understand? Sheldon said Joseph bowls usually bowls better first change. He's expensive when he opens, and I understand that, Sheldon, and I have said it a couple of times that it could be because he doesn't necessarily utilize the new ball in terms of giving the ball an opportunity to swing, pushing the ball up there. I mean, he's getting a little bit better now. He's not bowling all that short, but I definitely understand what you're saying. But with Roach and Gabriel out, I think they should try him, alongside Jaden Seals. I would like to see Kyle Mayers. As much as they are going to want to try and get all the movement from the ball and the new ball, I wouldn't like to see Joseph out there and Kyle Mayers and or Reefa opening the bowling with Seals. I wouldn't be too happy, but I definitely understand what you're saying. Sheldon, I need you to answer me. Why Pooran decide not to make any runs, Sheldon? Sachin saying his starting 11 would be Brathwaite, Campbell, Thomas, Bonner, Blackwood, Mayers, Da Silva, Reefa, Joseph, Seals, Moti. All right, should be the ideal playing 11. All right, so based on what we are seeing here, so Anderson Phillip would be out because I think it's about 12 of them. So that is what Sachin is saying his team is that. All right, Sachin, not bad. Supernova says expect some big runs from Bonner in these test matches. He played very well versus them in last year in Bangladesh. Yeah, definitely. That is when he basically established himself in the test. I think they're gonna have a couple of spinners, and Bonner is going to be very patient out there. And as I said, hopefully he'll get some runs. I think one of the main players for Bangladesh is out injured with a I'm not sure if it's a hamstring. I saw some information. I'm gonna have to double check. All right. That you would drop Campbell. I mean, the issue is that John Campbell is the only opener there. You know, Tej and Shano Paul is in the reserve. So unless they're going to go with Blackwood to open again, I'm interested in seeing how Moti would do. Javed, I am interested in seeing, but I'm worried. I'm worried about it. You know, he's the only frontline spinner that's going to be out there. I know it's Antigua. The pitch is not expected to probably spin a whole lot, but it's going to be a lot of work for him. And in all honesty, I don't really like see Nkrumah Bana bowling. it's too pedestrian. I don't really like see it. You know, and it's the same thing for Blackwood and the captain Brathwaite. So they are the ones that probably going to have to help him out. But Moti will have a lot on his back. To be honest, Joseph has improved a lot lately, but the guys need to take the catches and stop dropping catches off his bowling. You are correct, Mr. Casanova. Joseph is the saltiest man playing cricket right now. I never see a man, they always dropping the catches. Pura needs some first class cricket to help him develop more as a batsman. I don't know. I am always for first class cricket and the guy settling down and batting, but I don't even know. Tej was in the squad. Campbell would be warming the bench, says Sachin. All right. If Roach is cleared, he'll play with Moti and Philip on the bench. So who's going to be the spinner, Mr. Original? We're not going to use any spinner, Mr. Lover. So Mr. Lover is saying if Roach is cleared, he will play with Moti and Philip on the bench. So we're not going to use any spinner at all. Philip shouldn't have been selected. Maybe Maxwell would do better. I mean, Preston Maxwell, you know, over the last couple of regional championship, he's actually doing his thing. So, and I am longing to see a left arm pacer in the team. So, you know, let us see. There's Thomas who could open as well. So would use Devon Thomas to open in tests. I usually see Devon Thomas opening in T20s for his regional team. I don't usually see him opening in the 4-day competition. Maxwell Lewis should have been there instead of Philip Sachin. All right, in the reserves might get some second tests. All right, Maxwell would be nice, but I would all on the peeps. All right, Maxwell would be nice, but I would like to see Lewis as well. But I think St. Lucia would be good for him. All right, let us see. All right, so the great man Sheldon here. Sheldon said, poor and ability have not caught up with the thinking he got while talking to Laura. He will be all right by next one. Hey, me say I love Sheldon. I love Sheldon so much. The man is so optimistic. The man is saying that Puran going to be all right by next month. All right. Well, I mean, if he's coming back to the Caribbean and going to play against Bangladesh and he's not all right against them, I'm not too sure what we should do with him. Well, Sheldon, you are the best. Mr. Lover, so you. Yeah, that's the same thing. I was asking Mr. Lover. It seems as if he's not playing any spinner. From seeing the pitch, it won't take much spin until day 4. So we're going to have all those medium pacers bowling the same thing and we're not worried about the overrate or anything. Refer is left arm, medium. Yeah, but Preston is a little bit quicker. I won't open with him. I was only saying, all right. Sports to the bone, not to go off topic, but seeing England score 350 overs yesterday, do we have anyone in the team who could pull something like that Bairstow and Stokes did? As we speak, it would have to be a good day for Blackwood. It would have to be a good day for Blackwood. You understand? He's the only one that I'm seeing in this team. And Campbell. You know, we don't see it often enough, but based on their temperament, it would have to be a good day for them where no chances is given up. And they are the only ones that I think in this test team that could turn it on to really score that quickly. But it was good. It was good to see though. And prior to them chasing it down, I did a video and I was saying, you know, New Zealand better be careful because if Stokes and Bairstow gets in, it could be problematic. But as it relates to our team right now, it would have to be all the stars would have to align for Campbell and Blackwood to bat together and do something like that. Otherwise, we don't have anybody to really do that. All right. Didn't Devon Thomas play in 2011 ODI World Cup? Or it was. I don't remember Devon Thomas in the 2011. I mean, in the mid 20, I think in 2012, 2013, those time he was scoring some runs, had even some double centuries. I think in the regional championship, but I doubt it though. I could be wrong. Mr. Lover, but even if you would play in base, you still. Yeah, I need a spinner, man. I still need a spinner. All right, I gave my best 11 in the video this morning, man. If Moti plays and Roach is fit, Thomas or Reefa would sit. Yeah, man, one of those guys have to sit, but I would have to play. I would have to play the spinner. I definitely would have to play the spinner. Yeah, and Mayers. I didn't even remember that Kyle Mayers is in the team. Yeah, all the stars would have to align for those guys to do something like that. Kyle Mayers probably could pull it off. Right? Well, not to badmouth Thomas, but we should have taken a younger player. Who is the younger player now based on performance in the regional championship that we could have taken? Also, congrats on your girls for winning the women's T20. Yeah, and I mean, because of the West Indies, the male team, I didn't even get a chance to cover much of that. But I posted a picture, the Jamaica girls being able to win, to win. At least they are giving us some joy here. And for the football fans, Jamaica drew 1-1 against Mexico last night. Stokes injured with knee. Stokes is always injured. And he was batting injured, I think. There's a Barbados choke at the last match. All right. Yep. All right. So I'm trying to catch up with this. Let me see if I can quickly. We're going to try and see if we can talk a little bit about the test squad, right? Well, we have been talking about it, but I'm going to try and see if I can pull it up here for you guys. All right. Just hold a second. I'm trying to pull it up on the screen. All right, so these are the players. These are the guys that are currently in the. All right, hold a second, let me try and see if I can get this thing on. All right, so I just go and try and pull this up for you guys. Sashin, we're trying a thing, man. We're trying a thing. I told you guys that my laptop wasn't working, so I got a laptop. So we're going slowly but surely get the thing started out for you guys. Don't worry yourself, man. I just pulled up the live on this phone here, but it actually looks atrocious. I need to get the lighting started out. Anyway, you can just go ahead and continue to name out your starting 11, guys. Your starting 11, right? Because based on what I'm seeing here, it's not a whole lot. It's not a whole lot of persons that we have to choose from. It's just 12. Right? It's just 12 persons we have to choose from. All right, so there we have it. We have Devon Thomas. We have Devon Thomas. We have Joshua Da Silva, Jaden Seals. We have Goodikish Motif, Reefa, Kyle Mayers, right? We have John Campbell. We have Brathwaite, Joseph. We have Anderson Phillip, Nkrumah Bonner. And we also have Jermaine Blackwood, and then you guys would know that in the reserve we have Tejnarayan Chandapal and Tejnarayan and Lewis. So it's only one person that is going to be seated. So anywhere you take it, 12 persons in the squad, only one person going to be on the bench. You understand? See, some persons asking why Cornwall was not in the squad. I don't know, because he didn't do too badly in the region recently concluded regional championship. So I don't know where I stop. All right. So I'm going to be going through now. I'm going to be reading the calling out the names, and I'm going to be reading the squad. So if you're on and you want your squad to be called out, I'm going to be calling the names and I'm going to be reading the squads. All right. Trey is saying that but since Thomas is playing at home, I'll give him the nod, and Rifa will play the next game in St. Lucia. All right. All right, I hear you. DeAndre, long time we don't hear from you. DeAndre is saying, I am also concerned that Roach and Gabriel is not available to bowl, and Holder is so-called rested. That's three main bowlers out. Yeah, Gabriel, as we know, Gabriel and Roach still working on their fitness, and apparently Jason Holder, he has been working on overtime, so they are resting him. But I remember saying this the other day in a comment section that they are resting him, and somebody had indicated that it's not like he's doing anything these days, so they can arrest him all they want. Supernova said 22, yeah, he's trying to okay, get wickets. All right. Well, Roach and Phillips will be sitting for me because I don't want to rush back. Roach, yeah, man, Roach, I don't want to see Roach out there tomorrow. I don't want to see Roach. All right, so Supernova is saying that he's going to go with Brathwaite, Campbell, Banner, Thomas, Blackwood, Reefer, Da Silva, Mayers, Moti, Joseph, and Seals. All right, so based on this, simple means that who is seated now? Who is not playing? Trying to remember. Who is missing from this team that let me see, Brathwaite, Campbell, Banner, Thomas, Blackwood, Reefer. Oh, no Thomas, no Devon Thomas. All right. So no Devon Thomas. Why are you going with Reefer over Thomas? Is it because of he might add a little bit of bowling? That is the only reason that I had him over Thomas, because both of them, earned their call up as relates to their bowling, their batting. So, because Raymond Reefer is able to add a couple of overs, I might go with him. That is where our cricket is at. Don't be surprised if Thomas plays in Antigua to get the crowd. Maybe Cornwall is not fit. Yeah, Cornwall maybe didn't pass the fitness test. You can't say that Hetmeyer is unfit and then include Cornwall, who isn't able to run a ball that passes the keeper. Because hey, these people not easy, Cornwall played for us recently because he was fit and Hetmeyer wasn't fit. You guys gonna have to put that in the pipe and smoke it. Will Kyle Mayers continue his test form, or will he have another 1 year dip? Why, I don't even know, I don't know, Star. I don't know. Oh, it was Phillips that was out of his team. Okay. Need 3 pacers, pace bowler, Joseph, Seals, and Anderson. So Thomas on the bench for me, says Ken Roy. All right, what's up, Ken Roy? Blessings, my brother. All right, so Ken Roy, but all right, so he says 3 pace bowler, Joseph, Seals, and Anderson. So all right, he's not going to work with Thomas. All right, I can understand that because Raymond Reefer, it would be a toss-up between Reefer and Thomas, and I guess Reefer would be able to give us a couple of overs. All right, Supernova says, Holder just realized he has the power to skip series like Lewis, Hetty, Russell, Narayan, and the rest. Yeah, man, Holder has actually discovered T20 cricket, and he has discovered his power according to what you are saying. So I think he's the only player with with all format contracts, right? In both ODI, T20, and Test cricket. I think so. Cornwall may bat but he was Clyde. I don't know. Oh, maybe Fatboat was taking. Oh, I think he's talking. Yeah, Rakim Carnwall. Maybe might have on some weight, but he's taking wickets. Yeah. Supernova, something wrong with my eyes, I just realized that Philip is the one that you had left out. My eyes are not 100, it's not 20/20 vision. Sheldon says, I am not playing a spinner on the Antigua pitch against Bangladesh. Well, yes, Bangladesh will be well prepared to take on the spinner. So nobody's worried about overrated. I mean, so we're going to go with it's a lot of similarities, Kyle Mayers, if that simply means if you don't go Moti, you're going to have Kyle Mayers, Reefer, right? And then we know the other frontline bowlers. It's a whole lot of the same thing, All right, let us see. DeAndre says Brathwaite, Campbell, Shandopal. Shandopal is out. Banner, Thomas, Blackwood, Mayers, Da Silva, Joseph, Reefer, Moti, Seals. All right, so no Anderson. All right, I hear you. Sashin asking if Sheldon still playing Phillips. Trini wants it, Trini. You guys not easy, Yeah, I really don't like watching Test cricket without one spin. I can understand if the pitch is not expected to spin and you don't want to put a spin up against the Bangladesh batsmen because they might be comfortable. But White is saying that he's going for Brathwaite, Campbell, Banner, Thomas, Reefer, Blackwood, Da Silva, Mayers, Moti, Joseph, Seals. All right, so no Anderson Phillips in White's team. All right, quite a few persons not playing him in the team. All right, Clyde, right. No, Hetty is on paternity leave, but let's see what excuse they will use if he is not selected to play against Bangladesh. He will not be fit. He will not be fit against Bangladesh. Supernova say, wait, Sports to the Bone, how come your boy Cedric isn't calling for Bravo still? Funny enough, I haven't spoken to Ricardo. Well, his name is Ricardo Cedric, right? I haven't spoken to Cedric in a while, As soon as I come off live, I'm gonna have to text him. I'm gonna have to text him, ask him what's up. Yeah, man, I remember that live when the man called and asked him for Bravo. You're talking about that. I want Sheldon to tell me where is the double century that Bravo was going to score in the regional championship. Shame all of us and get back in the squad. Because all what is going on, I really wanted him to score that double century because it would have simply meant that, probably you would be in line to get back an opportunity. So I don't like when Sheldon just throw out some things I'm gone. But I'm not, Mr. Lover is here. I'm not going to pressure Sheldon too much because he might be at work. So I probably can't get a chance to talk with him. Yeah, I comment here, Mr. Lover. Let me see what I go on here so now. If he say want to stay with his child. Yeah, man. I'm gonna have, paternity leave is a must. Paternity leave is a must, man. What are you talking about? Saying right now. Why Mr. Lover come on and turn off his camera and gone? I tell you, guys, this is what the studio behind everything on launch out the thing. All of the shy people, all of the shy guys here, going to have to turn on the camera and come on. Sports to the Bone, who do you think will win? West Indies going to win the series, man. We're going to win the series. West Indies, all right. Another playing 11 before I hear from Mr. Lover. The West Indies playing 11 will be 1 Brathwaite, Campbell, 2 Banner, Reefer, Blackwood, Mayers, Da Silva, Moti, Joseph, Phillips, Seals. All right, so there's no Devon Thomas in his team or her. Well, it's a Calvin, so more than likely it's a male. All right, so no Devon Thomas in your team. All right, no problem. No problem. Mark says, I am concerned about how we going to take 20 wickets. Mark, I am laughing, but you are actually hitting the nail on the head. In order to win Test cricket, they say you need to be able to take 22 wickets. And unless this pitch is going to be very, very kind to Alzar, Joseph, and Jaden Seals, I'm not too sure. Watch Mr. Lover run gone. Jaden, Supernova say, Jaden, I think the first match might end in a draw as usual. Pitch made for batting. Yeah. All right. All right. Supernova said that St. Lucia match will be our time to pounce. All right. So Contact 20 is saying that it's a possibility that, well, we know Antigua usually, give out a lot of runs. So, as you said, that game might end up in a draw, and then we might have to try for St. Lucia. Anyway, I have been yapping for 35 minutes. Let us see what Mr. Lover has to say. Yes,
Yo.
Mr. Lover, what say you?
I'm good. Is it possible for you to bring up the picture I sent to you on Instagram?
Not on this device. It's actually on my phone. This is the laptop that I'm using. So I doubt I'll be man.
Put it up on the phone and show it to the cameraman.
Let her try and see if I can send it to my email. Yes, guys. Mr. Lover sent me a picture of the pitch. But Mr. Lover, you sure that is the pitch or is the outfield that? Oh, that's so grassy. Oh, that have so much grass.
Yet. It wasn't finished yet, and that's the pitch.
They
had just started working on it yesterday because the teams are finally finished with their preparation and would be in the training nets doing their final, tomorrow and so today and tomorrow morning.
Oh man, this pitch. Hold on, I'm going to try and see if I can. Just give me some time. So who you say you're leaving out now, Mr. Lover? You are one of them that is leaving out the spinner.
Likely he might be missed out, but if Watch is not going to play, I'm going to play him.
So you would be comfortable. You would be comfortable with all of the medium pace bowlers and, well, obviously Seals and Joseph doing all of the work. If Moti is to miss out,
yeah.
Not worried about the run, the overrate or anything.
Shouldn't really be bothered about that, but I would also like to say that I think Bonner is capable. Blackwood and Brackett as well. And you still have Campbell. You have partner spinners, use them. Come on.
Let me ask you a question. The last test match we played, you heard the commentators when they were describing Nkrumah's spin.
Yo.
Let me say this, guys. Let me say this because I know my Jamaicans on here will say that I am knocking my own Jamaican. I am not knocking Bonner, right? All of the cricketers that are playing for West Indies, Bonner is the only one that I know personally, right? When I used to go to college, he used to come across and used to train in the nets where we were. So this is not me knocking him or anything, but
but realistically speaking, right?
Yeah.
I think they would play Davin Thomas on his home ground for two reasons. One, he is accustomed to the conditions there. Number two, to try to get in more local fans. So that they can have the Caribbean Carnival atmosphere. Like, I think the government was pushing for him to come in. I don't know if it's true, but
no. But there goes the problem now, Mr. Lover. I go and knock that as much as I like to see a player getting game time in his own country. I go and knock that. Why the politicians would be pushing, would be talking, would be trying to get into that.
Okay. Two things. One, it would be more of a debut on a home ground for him. Number two, it would be like, for instance, the school children, after 12 o'clock, the schools will be finished, so they can go to the matches on Thursday and Friday, although school is basically looking to close. And also, I think some places might be closing half day, I'm not sure.
Oh, but I think, yeah, I can understand the reasoning there now, but that shouldn't push the selectors any at all. That shouldn't twist their arm any at all to get him in the team. That shouldn't twist their arm any at all to get him in the team because of politicians. I don't have anything against politicians, guys, but I don't know.
Let's look at it another way too. Other than Joshua De Silva, there's no other wicketkeeper batsman in the team other than
But
Devon Thomas.
yeah. But I mean, he's in the squad. He's in the squad. So you're saying that if he gets injured, then you're probably if Silva gets injured, then you're going to need to Devon Thomas to
Yeah.
keep. Maybe we have maybe one of the specialist batsmen can keep, but we don't know. Just like how Pooran was capable of taking 4 wickets and we didn't know. Maybe it's a case where we might ask if Banner or Blackwood or one of those guys keep and take all and if they call 5 stumping and take 3 catch and all of them sort of things. So West Indies just keep on giving a number.
True.
Hold on, let me see. Hold on, let me try and see. You are able to see the picture now?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So this is the picture that Mr. Lover sent me. Was it this morning or yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. I don't know where Mr. Lover get his links from, but obviously he's from that part of the world. And well, we know the pictures. Usually, sometimes they post them online, but we're going to take Mr. Lover word for it. This is the pitch, but Mr. Lover, this look like somebody's front yard where some land grass is. Where's the pitch?
Okay. The thing is, right, the teams are practicing up until the day before yesterday. And yesterday, this was a picture I got from one of my former co-workers who worked there. So they said that they just mark it out, they steamrolled it with the heavy water. They soaked it, they put on the plastic and they roll it. And he said that they were still doing it up until the night. And then he said that today would have been the ideal day to finish it off.
What? Mr. Lover, I'm not going to knock your pitch assessment because I know you have some experience in there. As I said, I wasn't a great cricketer or anything. So when I was going to school, I spent a lot of time help rolling the pitch because I wasn't any good at all. But based on my limited experience, the game starts tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it will be ready for tomorrow.
They're trolling you, man. You sure this is the pitch?
This is the pitch. It will be ready for tomorrow. Trust me, if it wasn't the pitch, you would not see the line on the side, the white line to mark out the outline of the pitch.
Yeah. I say.
I should be getting another picture later today, hopefully.
Jaja. Boy, you see, Mr. Lover's information is usually concrete, Mr. Lover's information is usually concrete, and usually when Mr. Lover send me things, I usually see them on the West Indies webpage also. But I don't know. I don't know, Mr. Lover. This one is. Let me remind you. The other day we were having a live a couple months ago when they told us that who you said bowl one something in the CPL. Somebody had bowl a quick delivery. Who was it? Was it Joseph?
I told you Joseph was bowling 150 versus England in the test match.
Was it in the test match? In the test match.
And then in the IPL too.
Mr. Lover, where you get this picture, man?
Yo, I can start talking to you in the better.
No, man. I don't mean to draw out the point, but Jesus Christ. All right, let us see. So
I will send you the updated pictures today or tomorrow morning before the match.
All right, Mr. Lover, I hear you. God damn. that look like some grass in the front yard that you would run and do some flip.
You see, when we prepare a grass surface, you're a curse. When we don't, the pitch is dead.
Yeah, but the problem is when we ask for them to prepare a grass surface, we don't literally mean a surface that is only grass. That is only grass.
No, it's okay. 90% of it is grass, but other than that, nah.
90% of it is grass. So what are you going to do with the grass?
Wait until today when I get the final picture, I'll show you.
Oh, all right, I hear you. All right, so that was Mr. Lover telling us about the pitch and telling us why he thinks Devon Thomas is going to be in. Sheldon is saying when it shave it will look different. Yeah, we know that usually they will shave it down, but it looks a little bit. I don't know, Star. I don't know. It looks a little bit much. If the game was next week, I could understand. The reason why I'm in disbelief, guys, not because of the grass and the pitch. Because on several occasions, I would have gone to Sabina Park and see, when I was in Jamaica, and see the pitch in total grass. But my thing is that the game is tomorrow, so I was just wondering.
Okay, But let me just say this: when you're having a
Mm.
chess match, right, you cannot have teams coming and practicing at the venue where the guardsmen need the space and so on to work. And that's what we keep on forgetting in the Caribbean. The teams
Yeah,
are practicing up to 2 days and probably the day before of the test match.
I think it was the last test series we were talking the same thing about this,
Yes,
about people using the field. And I am no expert, but I am thinking that in order to prepare a good international wicket, you need
need at least
maybe a
7 days,
week. At least how many?
at least 7 to 9 days.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. So that's a little bit weird. That's a little bit weird. Anyway, let us see how they will perform on it. We're definitely looking forward to seeing what's going to happen as it relates to that test. But I gave you guys my starting 11 in the video earlier this morning. I think I have Devon Thomas sitting only because Reefer might need to help the bowlers a little bit. But Reefer and Thomas could get in based on what they have done at the regional level and based on the squad. It's not like we have 16, 17 persons to select from. It's only 12, so only one man can sit. And I personally would ask Devon to sit in this game, even though I have been calling for him. One thing, Mr. Lover, I see where they were using why I keep on saying Floyd Reefer. I see where they were using Raymond Reefer as a number 3 batsman, I think, in the recently concluded thing. You think there is anything that West Indies is going to try?
Yes, that's what I was actually going to bring up a while ago. Because if you look at it, Shamar Brooks was batting at number 3 in the Barbados Pride team for that 1 match or 2 match he played. And then after he left, and before he came back, Reefer was batting at 3 in the Barbados Pride team.
No, but so do you move Banner to Banner?
Banner will stay at 4.
So Banner is going back at 4 and Raymond
And Reefer at 3, in my opinion. Look at it.
I literally
averaging 40 at number 4, right? He's averaging 40 at number 4. And before he batted at number 4, he was batting at 3 and averaging about 20-something, 30-something. Why move him from 4?
No, I literally brought it up because it just came across my mind and I was wondering if this selector is going to do something like that, Because
it is possible.
Here what my thing is. I am all for giving people opportunity, and as I said, I like what Raymond Reefer was actually doing, and I am one of them that had said, based on what we have in this squad, not this squad here now, but based on what we have in the region, Raymond Reefer could probably make this team as a
pure batsman.
But I don't know if one season or one tournament is good enough. Him batting at 3 in a couple of games is good enough to put him in the international team at number 3. That's
not the first time he's batting at 3 though. So I can see it being a reality because it's not the first time he's batting at 3.
Why I don't know. Because if so be the case, if they're not going to use him, it would be who? The 2 openers, Brathwaite and Campbell, and who?
Followed by Bonner, followed by Blackwood,
and then I had
come after Blackwood.
Blackwood or Mayers?
I think Blackwood would be batting at 4 if Reefer does not bat at 3.
So where Kyle Mayers going to bat?
He's going to bat either before or after Silver.
Because remember, Kyle Mayers remember Blackwood likes the 5 and number 5 and number 6 position. So right now it is so hard. You see that this is why I like traditional cricketing. I don't like half and half cricketers because you have to be picking all rounders and wondering where to put them. And I don't know Rasta.
If you look at it, the whole West Indies team is all rounders except for Silver.
Yeah,
But you can bowl and you bat. Campbell can bowl a little bit, he can bat.
No, I mean, once you are playing international cricketing and you have mastered one aspect, more than likely you will be able to do yeah. So I'm not necessarily going. I said call those guys batsmen, but Blackwood and Brathwaite, those guys are batsmen that can bowl. But the guys that are coming in as all rounder, I don't know, Star. See, Sachin saying it looks like Roach will be playing because there are pictures of him bowling in the nets. So I guess Thomas and Phillips will be sitting. Probably it doesn't necessarily mean that he will be playing if he's in the nets. It could be them just working on him. You understand? Trying to get him back into full flight. But let us see. You see, usually when it comes down to hamstring tear, I'm no doctor. I usually like to say this before I make these statements. But it depends on the grade, the level, the grade of, and if we have anybody that have any experience with this, can probably tell me in the comment section. It depends on the grade of tear that you have in the hamstring. If it's a grade 1 tear or something like that, maybe it's just going to take 3 weeks. If it's a 2, it might take 4 to 5 weeks. And it's probably about a month now since he came back from England with that injury. So maybe it wasn't too bad. So let us see. Just give me a second, guys, please.
Anyhow, guys, let me just advise you. If you're in Antigua, let's go out and rally behind the team. I know it's not the strongest team, but still, we must come and support our team, no matter what. And also, win or lose, West Indies for life.
We have to be multitasking. Yeah. So hold on. Yeah. So as I was saying, I'm not too sure. Hold on, I'm hearing some echo. Yeah, I'm not too sure how terrible Roach's injury was. Cricket ambassador. Hey, is a possibility that Mr. Lover might turn the sports minister over there pretty soon,
No, I'm in the politics.
Yeah, but are we continuing the chant of well, we're switching a little bit from the test. We're not finished as yet, but are we continuing the chant? I don't want to forget. Are we continuing the chant of Coach Phil Simmons out?
Yeah, Simmons have to go. Period. Right. I'd rather bring in a white man for coach West Indies than for have Simmons another year. Bring back Paybus or whoever it was.
So how are we going to pay them?
The same way you can pay Simmons, pay them.
No, I'm talking about the money. So you see, my thing is this, My thing was the issue. My issue was with the squad that is selected to go to the World Cup. That is why I was so mad about everything, You understand? I was more calling for the senior guys that weren't doing anything to come out. But looking at it, we saw a little bit of improvement against Pakistan. So do we give him a chance? Do we give him a chance for this Bangladesh series, and then we regroup, or do we give him until the World Cup? Do we want to change? When is the World Cup? In October?
October.
Yeah. So do we want a change right before the World Cup?
Honestly, thinking, let him serve out until the World Cup. If we lose,
What do you mean if we lose? So you expect to win the World Cup?
Yeah, of course. I'm actually looking at my possible World Cup team.
Jesus.
And if we lose, I'm sorry, but he has
to. What do you mean if we lose? If we lose, what?
We best win the World Cup. That's my point.
Yeah.
In order for him to stay, he has to win the World Cup. And you see that guy, the batting coach, Monty Desai, whatever his name is. Time for him to pack his bag and get the hell out of here.
So you need a totally different overseas coach then, because as Supernova is saying here, he has some international experience, so we're not working with him any at all.
Listen,
So who are you looking at? You're going to give Shonda Paul a chance? I want to hear this answer. I want to hear this answer. You're going to give Shivnari and Shonda Paul an opportunity?
Shonda Paul, of course, and probably when McCann was for the bowling coach because Walsh is with the female team.
Yeah.
Probably ask Kirtley for try a thing for the next 4 years.
Correctly, but here's my issue with that theory now. My issue is I can understand the team isn't performing, but do we get him out and bring in somebody with no recognized experience solely on the fact that they would have played the game at the highest level and they are good thinkers of the game? I usually like to prove that somebody can transfer the knowledge. In terms of having the knowledge is one, but being able to transfer it is a different thing. So,
don't look at it that way, because if you can recall, the West Indies had some coaches doing a coaching camp.
Yeah.
And I think Shonda
Paul was one of them. That is why I asked.
And he was I think he was one of the best out of all the coaches.
But here what? I literally asked you about Shonda Paul to set you up, Here is my thing, because I know we all love Shonda Paul and I'm a big Shonda Paul fan and we're all for that. You're right? I literally brought up Shonda Paul's name to set you up. Here my thing is this now. So are we not going to allow him to coach at the regional level or even at the CPL level and win a couple of titles before we give him the job? We're just going to try him out.
Okay. I'm glad you asked this question, right? Number one, Jaden Shields had no experience in first class, just one match or so. And he fit into the test team. And he has been successful. You cannot judge a book by its cover. You have to give it its full, entire entourage, like go through the book before you can start judging it. We see what Phil Simmons and Monty Desai can do, and they haven't really lived up to their job description. The only coach there that actually is doing something is the bowling coach, Roddy Estwick.
All right, here is what my issue is with that though. Jaden Seals, they would have seen him at the level below international cricket, right? Which would, I mean, it's not regional level. It's not regional level, right? But this is what I'm saying. And they brought him in. So there was a you could say that they had a sample of what he's capable of, right? And then they brought him in. That's why I'm wondering, do we need a sample of what Shivnari and Shonda Paul is as it relates to his man management, his tactics and all of that at the regional level before we throw him into the job?
If you're going to do it like that, probably give him the under 19 team and replace the batting coach now with, let me see, who can I say? Scrap that.
Lindy, I'm not sure if we're saying that it's going to fix the issue, I am not sure if we're saying that it's going to fix the issue.
It's not going to fix the issue right away, but there should be some level of improvements. Especially everybody knowing what Shivnari and Shonda Paul was about and who he is, rather than having a non-Caribbean person who's from India flying all over the world to come to West Indies just when we have tours and so on, which makes no sense.
Yeah, I can dig it. All right, the issue lay in regional and grassroots cricket structure. We need better coaches in these levels of cricket. See any progress. And you are correct. You are correct, Lindy. You are definitely correct. I can knock that line of argument because that is something that we have spoken about on here, on several occasions. Even the regionally concluded regional championship. I am not knocking Barbados for winning their title, My issue is having teams playing 5 games and then crowning them champion. I can't.
Hey,
That
hey,
is
hey,
foolishness.
hey, Barbados won that by default because of the rain. If not, Leeward Islands would have beaten
Yeah,
Jamaica
and I
much.
mean, Leeward was basically right up there with points. But any team that actually win it is the same thing for me. You can't have teams that you're expected to, as Linda is saying, that you're expected to select your international team from, and they're only playing 5 games. And as you said, the grassroots level is poor. I personally would know about that because I was coaching cricket there in Jamaica, and it's really horrible. It's really horrible. You understand? It's really horrible. Definitely. Why fire coach when we can see our regional players are not up to international standard, can drive a Toyota Corolla in a F1 race and expect to win? Yeah. So, Mr. Lover, all of these questions are for you. You say, Phil Simmons gone. We should put Soares on the job. The game. You should put Soares the job has evolved, and there has been the coaching. Quite frankly, I don't think our local people do. Pollard, is that you?
Is that the great Kieran Pollard?
Yeah, man, the great Pollard.
Let me go back to that comment that was up before this one.
That
Shiv was not the coach; he was the batting consultant.
Yeah, man, he didn't coach and run things. He was just there for I think he was a
batting consultant.
Yeah. These international cricket with all these deficiencies we can fix. Yeah, and once again, you are correct. You are correct. We can't knock your argument because over here it's the same thing we have been saying. Yeah. I figure out what you were saying, Pollard. Outsource, get them from overseas. CWI need to invest in better coaches and better programs in the territories. Correct. You see, and when it comes on to coaching, Mr. Lover, the only thing I know of, I'm not sure how often they do it, but I know they have a grassroots program, right, for coaches, and then they have a level 1 and a level 2. But I personally believe that there should be areas in each of the territory where you have to go in order to get some amount of, I don't want to say education, because we have some persons leaving the game and then going straight into coaching. And as I said, being able to play the thing and being able to do the thing, 2 different things, right? You might have not been a great player, but you were able to coach it. And this is the example that I'm going to use to show you how poor our structure is in the region, right? I would have mentioned this on the program before. When I left school and I left college and started working, Mr. Lover and viewers, I started working in an area of Jamaica that was known only for football in Harborview, right? No cricket, Harborview, only football. And immediately after leaving there, it took me only about 5 months to create a team, be it at primary school, create a team and win the cricket tournament out there in Jamaica. So it just goes to show that there's no structure. If we had any structure, there's no way we would be able to pick up a group of boys, give them some training in 4 to 5 months and win a tournament if it was competitive enough. Take a look at football in Jamaica. Schoolboy football is competitive, right? So why can't we have the cricket that way? Simple. I have always said this, and it's not only for Jamaica, it's right across the region. I've always said this, that if we're not investing in the thing and putting it at a certain level, nobody will want to outside people won't want to invest because they don't want their brand being, they don't want their brand to be associated with something that is basically
mediocre.
So you see, school children in the schools, the grassroots program is poor. I have said this before. We had a quote-unquote white guy running this grassroots program in Jamaica. He was working with Scotiabank. I think his name was Brian Breeze. Brian Breeze. His son is Garrett Breeze that used to play cricket, I think. And that man was basically in charge of operating cricket out there at the grassroots level under the Scotiabank umbrella. And from the man left the country and gone back to England to live, nothing at all. I don't know what it is like across the other Caribbean islands. But cricket has declined. It's like it's moonwalking. You understand? So hold on. I think Sheldon is here. So I don't know, Star. I don't know.
I have someone I would recommend for the bowling coach position if they
Mm.
want to job Waddy Estrick, a former legend of the game for West Indies. He's also one of the best coaches in the Leeward Islands and in Antigua, to be precise.
Mm.
The great
Oh,
Winston Benjamin.
well, I've seen a lot of articles talking about him and the work that he's doing, but
This
I
guy
wa-
has won
Mm.
over 20 championships, which is
Mm.
PIC Liberty Blackhawks in Antigua. He also was there when Alzari came onto the scene, and he was one of them that helped push Alzari into the under 19 and then into the test team. When
So
Alzari
you
was up and firing, it was
Mhm.
because of Winston Benjamin and his coaching and training to Alzari. But when Alzari got into the senior team, I heard there was a rift between the CWI management and Benjamin. So I won't get into that no further.
Yeah, we don't really want to call anybody name with them with riff and thing like that because we don't really have any proof. But as I said, if he's stacking up the titles, who to tell his opportunity might be just down the line. Ken Roy is saying, don't we have Headley Cup and under 16 cricket in schools anymore? Yeah, we still have Headley Cup and we still have I don't remember the name that of the next cricket competition, but yeah, they are still playing it, but it's not as widespread as it used to be. You know, a lot of the athletes are now, a lot of the student athletes are now diverting towards track and field and football. You understand? It is there still, but you know, the school is not really into it anymore. As in, you see, everything is a business. Everything is a business. When you win Manning Cup in Jamaica, which is football, and this might be the same thing for the other islands. When you win Manning Cup in Jamaica, which is football, or you win what they call the Flow Super Cup, I think it is called, or something like that. These schools, they are getting up to 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, right? From sponsors. So the principals and the headmasters of the schools, they are mostly interested in hiring people to focus on these sports that can bring revenues into the school. When you win cricket competition, you're not getting anything at all. You might get a 200,000 or on some gears. But when you're winning football, look at JC and those schools, Woolmers, all of the schools, you know, Kingston College, people running down to invest in the football program because there's a lot of money to be made and all of that. You know, it's you know, so it's really sad. And I think it could have been in 2020 when we just started this program. I was talking about a few things that we could do to probably pique the interest of persons where cricket is concerned. Getting our so-called face of T20 cricket, our faces of T20 cricket. At that time, Gail was still in there. Gail and the Russells and the Bravos and the Pollard and the Narines to be doing advertisements, you know, endorsements. Every time we turn on the TV, we should be seeing these guys. When I'm watching IPL or cricket in India, every time we see, I don't know if it's me alone, Sheldon and Mr. Lover is on the thing. I don't know if it's I am the only person seeing it. Every time we have a break, I see Dhoni and Virat Kohli and those guys doing advertisements. Not only promoting cricket, but other companies join for them to use their faces. And the likes of Bravo and Pollard and Gale and all of these guys, they are popular enough, but is CWI willing to invest money in these guys promoting the cricket? Because they are not going to do it out of passion, you know. CWI would have to pay these guys to promote. I don't know if it's far-fetched or I am overreaching. I don't know.
Not only that, now I don't expect the red ball aspect of the game to improve that much because I'm now seeing IPL is extending to 2.5 months now.
All right.
And it's just depressing.
It's I'm going to let you come in a little after Sheldon, but it's really weird because Watching the Pakistan series just the other day, I heard the commentators saying that they are currently working on having the first youth level T20 franchise league, right? I think it would be under 19 players or under 20 or something like that. So they're going to have a youth league, and as soon as I see them doing that, probably going to have one
The
or two
women's league too.
building up around the globe. Other persons doing it, and the red ball is not improving. And the reason we are not going to be able to catch back these teams, they have the population, they have the amount of people to do it, to work on their shorter format, and they still have enough people to gravitate towards the test cricket. Here in the Caribbean, we don't have a lot of people, and the ones that we do have, they are going to gravitate towards the T20 because the money is there, and then we don't have enough persons to divert a couple of them towards the test. I don't know. Pollard says our physical education teacher has to fight to get team to get the team running. Principal was not interested. You see, because there's nothing. The school isn't really going to get anything out of it. The television will come and cover the final, and you'll maybe get $150,000 or $200,000 check and a big trophy, and that is it. Plus, as I said, the principal, they are not going to invest in coaches for cricket too often. The established schools will do it, like the KC, the JC, the States, and Homewood. You know, these schools that have produced people like Jerome Taylor, Blackwood, and Brandon King, who is from Campion, I think, or Woolmers. And those schools will invest because they are known for that. So those schools going to invest and get coaches to coach that. You understand? Yeah, you know, those schools will invest in that to get to get the thing, but the other schools won't. Well, I'd say hard. Why am I English? No, man, we understand what you are saying, or about the English. Yeah, but the school is not investing because there is nothing much to gain from it. Sheldon, you are there? We're not hearing Sheldon.
Sheldon, what happened? Sachin got it wrong?
I see where his thing is muted, then it unmute. I'm not sure if something is wrong with his device.
Right.
Yes.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. You all hear me now?
Yes, man.
Yes,
loud
sir.
and clear.
Right. I beg to disagree with my good friend Mr. Lover. Now, Simmons is one of the best development coaches that have anywhere in the world. Right? Look at the man track record. Anywhere he has gone, he has developed players. He take a side like Ireland, and take them to the stage where they was beating the West Indies. Right? He did some work with Afghanistan rise.
I can't knock you on that.
He did work, right? And they rise. Now he has identified the problem with West Indies cricket. Remember, he's the head coach. He is not there to train batsmen. He don't train the batsmen. He don't train the bowlers. Sometimes you see him bowling in the nets to get specific things out of the men, but he's not the bowling coach. He's not the batting coach. He is the strategist, right? You see him in meetings saying, gentlemen, here's what. Let us do the same things over and over again until it becomes part of us. So he's trying to develop the men man. But how could the team develop when somebody telling a player, hey, you're good enough to play? A player hasn't played 10 one-day internationals yet, but he's supposed to be a fixture of the team. And if he didn't get play, then it's biasness. The coach should be dropped. This should happen. That should happen. When you play him now, he getting one set of licks. Then he countrymen go say, oh, he shouldn't be bowling in the death overs, let him bowl in the middle overs.
Yeah.
We pick it man as a bowler.
You wait till Sachin bowls because Sachin may be in class now, yeah?
He has to bowl wherever the team needs him. Suppose our next bowler having a bad day. Suppose our next bowler having a bad day, because any bowler could have a bad day. Cummins and of them just get knocked about. Some of Australia best bowlers just get knocked about. But they had to come back and bowl.
Yeah.
There is no choice. And you see it in the IPL. If we pick you to be a dead bowler, we will bowl you at the death. If you go for 25 runs we bowling you over 17 and 19, you go for 25 runs in 17, we still bowling you over 19 because that is what we are paying you for. And if you can't come up to scratch, then we will put you on the bench and that will be the end of you. And we saw it in the IPL. And these men dream is to play the IPL because that is the only way they're going to become millionaires and feed the family. And honestly, the men have been given all opportunity to make the IPL, right? This is the first time, fortunately, we have so many players playing in the IPL. Men got their opportunity, right?
Yeah.
And men trying to blame the coach. He say, yeah, what's going on? People, we have a batting problem in the West Indies. We are telling all this, we have a batting problem.
Definitely.
And further than having a batting problem, most of the problem coming from batting spin. He called a camp and the men went up and they learned to bat spin and so on. Probably 2 weeks or how long it was. So the man is doing his job. The man win a T20 World Cup for us, you know. No. And
Sheldon.
Wait, let me finish. He come back 19. He come back when 1919, right? I mean 2019,
2019,
right?
I think.
The pandemic hit in 2020, and we didn't have any cricket. So now the pandemic is over. When we have to start judging him. Ola, go ahead now. Tell me.
Okay. Sheldon, this is my point. You have a head coach, right? And the batting coach is not doing his job. Why keep the batting coach? Why not recommend that he be sacked and get somebody else?
All right. Did he hire the batting coach?
As the head
coach,
or
did he come and the batting coach thing?
As the head coach, he is in charge of all the coaching staff. Therefore, he can recommend and have them be sacked. Okay, that is one of the roles of the head coach.
Yeah, that is true. Well,
in the West
you see, this is my thing. Hold on. You see, the West Indies, CWI customized their thing in a way where I don't even know, but generally speaking, usually when a head coach is in, the backroom staff would be selected by him, or when you're bringing if you're bringing a new head coach and he comes here and see a batting coach, if he thinks he's not doing enough job, he's the new head coach, so he can recommend changing him. I watch a lot of Premier League and all of them sort of things, and that is how it is run. That's how it is run. The head coach usually recommends who should join his backroom staff and all of that. So even if he came there and saw him, right, he could recommend that, well, I think this man isn't doing a good job and I want such and such a man. But knowing CWI, maybe the man is even on a particular amount a year contract, and they are saying, well, if we let him go now, we will have to pay him off on this. So we don't know what is happening behind the scene. But I think the head coach usually should be able to say, all right, these are the guys that I want to be a part of the backroom staff.
Yeah, but we have to remember there's the West Indies. We crazy, don't we? Right? We crazy, right? Because as far as I know, Desai has been there for the longest while. I don't know how he come, when he come. Desai has been there for the longest while. The bowling coach has been there for the longest while.
Yeah.
Simmons, when he come back, them guys still there. So part of our process is crazy because I know normally when you get rid of a coach, you get rid of the whole coaching staff.
Yeah.
And then the coach comes in and he picks his he recommend who he want to work with and them kind of thing. That does not happen in the West Indies.
Mm.
So
Excuse me, guys. What is the topic? So I could chime in.
Yeah, Marlon is on. So Mr. Lover was saying it's time for Phil Simmons to go. So Sheldon just came on and was pointing out some reason why he should not go. So we are talking about everything, the test series that is starting tomorrow. As I said, the coaching, the players not being developed and all of that.
Well, let me talk by saying I had no interest in the third game, the dead rubber
Mm.
against Pakistan. I checked the score. I didn't watch the game, but it seemed like another disappointing performance. We had them at 155 or 5, and then ended up playing over 260, I think.
Yeah,
So that was disappointing. The second game, though, Lennox, the second game was really, really hurtful. I mean, when we saw Kyle Mears and Shemar Brooks, that's with the bat. Listen,
yeah, the brain.
some of the shots those guys were playing were just exquisite. I mean, I was enjoying the game. And I mean, Kyle Mears did what Kyle Mears does. That waff.
Why did Kyle Mears swing across the line at a straight ball? Why did he do that though?
Relax, I had no idea what was going through the man's mind, but that was a waff. There's no better description. That was a waff. And then the collapse ensued. Like it was a big collapse. Everybody. Jordan King had a really poor series. I mean, I think he had a Doc Hara one in that game.
Yeah, I think that was the game that he was.
It was just. But you know what really hurt me though? You see, the first game, Lennox, we had that was our best chance to win, and a number of things cost us in that game. The first thing first, like I said in my comment on the channel, we left about 20 runs on the table. We should have scored more. No doubt about that. We should have scored more. But
yeah, we were in a position to score more.
It was clear. And let me tell you some of the problems I had. You see over that Jaden Seals ball, take away the foolishness that Romario Shepherd did. We come to it later. That over that Jaden Seals ball, we had some crucial mistakes in that over. Seals had a ball to field, and he missed field. And the guy who was killing them and hitting the ball over the place run 2, and he was able to come back and strike again. That was one of the crucial mistakes that was made. Then the next, and I think this one was even worse, was by Hayden Walsh Jr. When he had the ball on the boundary and threw a soft ball, a fluke of a return to Nicholas Pooran, and the guy ran 2 again and got back and strike. Listen, if those mistakes were made, we could have kept that young man off strike. Not saying we would have won. But if we had kept him off strike, he would have gotten us 2 minutes. And we didn't do it once, we did it twice. When those were some easy feeling chances to just keep the man off strike. We did it twice. And after he got back on strike, Mr. Hayden did what he did. The man sent Jaden Seals at him over mid-wicket or long half for 6. Game over.
And Walsh is probably they like so Walsh is the. Well, let's just say often the best Walsh come on as a substitute fielder because he's the best out there. So I don't know. I don't know.
Well, Lennox, honestly, the Walsh experiment has to stop. Like Ian Walsh, listen, the man is going at about 6 runs and over as a leg spinner and not taking any wickets. I don't see your preference for that.
My thing is this,
you can't stop the runs.
I have said that Walsh is really showing us that
I'm saying you can't stop the runs
anyway.
Yes, like he is ineffective and he's not taking any wickets and he's not economical. I don't see how we persist with him if we are serious about winning games. I don't see how we do it. So and you see those errors, those unforced errors. That's why they are upsetting. You did not have to make them if you're concentrating and just have your head on your body. So the first game, that to me was our best chance to win. We threw that away. I mean, Romario Shepherd is too expensive, to tell you the truth. I think Kimo Park should have gotten a shot over him in the game. I don't see after the first game, after getting abused.
I think it was because of how late Kimo Paul arrived. I think he arrived maybe a couple hours before the second game started. I think that's why Kimo Paul actually only played the last game.
You remember the World Cup when they flew Simmons on a flight and he arrived not much longer and they inserted him in the lineup.
Yeah, that is the great Lendl Simmons we're talking about.
Well, I understand the greatness of Lendl Simmons back then, but listen, Romario Shepherd, you realize in other games, Puran only gave him like 3 overs. Like, he lost confidence in as a bowler. So I personally was advocating for Kimo Paul to get his place because I think Kimo Paul probably is a more effective bowler. When I was watching Kimo Paul in the 4-year competition, I mean, Kimo Paul looked like a frontline seamer. Like, aggressive, going at the batsman, taking wickets. I like what I saw from Kimo Paul in the Red Ball tournament recently concluded. But
don't forget
it's just more fast.
What name in the chess.
All right.
So yes. No, you can continue, Lennox.
All right. So that was Marlon, guys. You know, giving us his summary of the Pakistan series there. So before Marlon came on, Sheldon had laid out quite a few points as it relates to why we need to understand that Phil Simmons and his team will continue. So I think Sheldon and Mr. Lover went back and forth on that topic already, so I think we're going to enjoy it out. The next thing that I want to discuss before I go, guys, because all what is going on here, I have work at 3 o'clock, you know. So I am going to be leaving around about 2:45. So we're soon off. But there's something interesting that I want to ask you guys. Is it time that we try Akeal Hosein in Test cricket? Is it time that we try Akeal in Test cricket, or do we continue to hope that Rakeem Carnwall, Versame Permaul, and probably Rastan Chase, and well, we tried Moti now. Is it time that we try to get some overs in from Akeal Hosein in Test cricket, or do we keep him as a white ball player?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, we're hearing you.
Okay. The thing is, I'm all for Akeal Hosein playing Test cricket. However, everybody wants him to play regional first because they don't want him to take away from Versame Permaul and go to catch Moti or somebody else. So it's going to be a tricky one. But for me, I would probably give him Test cricket after this year. So probably next year he start playing, or you never know. Maybe even in Australia he could play if he does good.
You see, the thing is this, you know. I understand that a man being successful in white ball cricket doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to be the most successful in Test, because the batsmen are going to play him different, right? Batsmen are going to play him different, but I think I don't want to say he's tricky enough or he's crafty enough to do well in Test cricket, but I think it's something that we need to think about. If it is the case that we need to get a round of regional cricket from him, he's not traveling all over the world to play T20 cricket. And I think he should try and maximize. And this is my reason. He wants to get an IPL contract, but what Akeal Hosein is doing, majority of it, not to disrespect him, but what Akeal Hosein is doing, we have 17, 18, and 19-year-old in India that can do that. And they are going to get IPL contracts every day of the week over Akeal Hosein. Right? He's a spinner. He's not a Narayan level, so it's going to be difficult for him to get. Apparently he's trying to work on his batting, so he's probably going to have to get in like we see Moeen Ali and Livingstone and those guys getting in. But for now, I think that he should try. because it's not only going to help him to earn more where Test cricket is concerned, but it's going to develop him some more because it's more room for him to probably try and experiment. Not that we want people come and experiment in our test team, but I think it's going to provide him more opportunity to experiment where his bowling is concerned. As I said, I mean, this has no disrespect, but there are 17, 18, and 19-year-old that IPL teams will pick over Akeal Hosein every day of the week. Even though Akeal Hosein is at the top now, I think, where ODI cricket is concerned and bowling at the rankings, if I'm not mistaken. Now that is the number one ranked. I think we're the what they call it, Super League or something like that. I think he's up there. So he's quality, but IPL guys, the Indian guys are going to get it over him. So I think he should try and maximize in Test cricket, and it's going to be beneficial for both parties, in my opinion. I don't know. Sheldon, you think your guys ready for Test cricket? Yeah, Marlon.
I support that. I trust Ian Bishop's judgment when it comes to cricket. He's far more knowledgeable than me. And Bishop during the series said that, listen, he believes that Akeal Hosein is good enough. Based on the skill set he shows, he has the potential. Whether or not he will be successful remains to be seen. But if a man like Ian Bishop could see that, hey, he has the skills, who is me to say that he doesn't? So I think
it makes sense.
I think he should be given a chance.
It makes perfect
sense.
I think
West Indies, I think we're finished with Rakeem Carnwell, in my opinion. I think the selectors have moved past him because he took a ton load of wickets in the
and he didn't get a chance.
4-day competition and he didn't get a look in. So I think they've moved beyond him. I don't think there's anything he can do now that could get him in the side, in my opinion.
It's weird.
And I don't think...
Yeah, finish. Go ahead.
To finish the point, we're talking about Versamy Permal and Warwick. I don't think they have that much confidence in Permal after the series with England. Rightfully or wrongfully, so I don't think they have that much confidence in him. So I think Moti is the next man up. And I don't think they have much confidence in Warwick either.
Yeah, Warwick got a few opportunities, but you see, it's not to eat everything that Ian Bishop is saying, but as you said, that man knows his cricket, and it makes perfect sense to me right now. Looking around the region, it makes perfect sense to me. You understand? It definitely makes perfect sense to me. A few persons asked, why is it that Rakeem Carnwell did not get a look in, even though he took so many wickets? And it could be as a result of what Marlon is saying. Maybe they have moved past him, so it's going to be difficult to get back in. You understand? But
yeah, man.
Tomorrow
the feeling impediment. I was saying the feeling impediment with Rakeem Carnwell, I think that sealed his career. The fact that he's a liability in the field, his qualities as a spinner cannot make up for his liability in the field. So I think the selectors have now said that this is it.
Yeah, let us see how they will work it out. But as we move to close, guys, because as I said, initially I was just planning to go for an hour, but we are going to go for a little bit more. I have to leave in the next probably 10 minutes or 5 minutes or so. So tomorrow though, quite a few persons gave their quite a few persons gave their starting 11. And as I said,
is Kyle Mayers in the squad for the test series?
Yeah, of course, Kyle Mayers is there. Yeah, man, Kyle Mayers is there. It's only it's not a difficult team to pick for the persons here, because I think only 12 persons they have inside there. I mean, Roaches. We're not sure if Roach is going to play. So you know, we showed the thing there a little earlier. The team, the squad, but you know, let us see. Bangladesh.
So Lennox,
Bangladesh. It's. Mhm.
you have Reefa in at number 3 for Brooks to fill Brooks' spot.
Not at all, because my thing is this. We were talking about it a
I mean, at
little
number
earlier. No, my thing is this, we were talking about it a little earlier. And I was saying that they used Reefa in the recently concluded championship as a number 3 batsman. And my thing is doing it in a couple of games. I don't know if I definitely want to move him into that role in the international team, even though earlier I had said that he was performing in such a way where he could make this current West Indies team as an out-and-out batsman. As much as it pains my heart to say it, I think Reefa Mayer is going to have to bat ahead of him. So I'm thinking something like this. John Campbell, Brathwaite, we have probably Bonner, Kyle Mayers, and then it's probably going to be Blackwood, then Reefa and Da Silva. I think that's how I don't know if it makes sense, but that's how I am thinking.
You know one thing that came to my mind at one point,
Mm-hmm.
and I know people would ridicule me for saying it, but I will say it nonetheless. I think we could try Blackwood at number 4 and try Brandon King at number 6 at some point. At some point. Because I think there are similar players who could up the scoring rate, but I might regret saying this, but I think Blackwood has a temperament to bat earlier. If he settles down and plays, I think he can bat in the top order as opposed to
you're talking about Jermaine Blackwood that plays up, that is vice captain now.
Yeah.
Yes. And I don't know if he would think about saying that, but yes. Yes.
You see, the 1 or 2 times that I have seen him settle down and bat, if those were the only time I actually saw him batting, then he probably would have convinced me. But the amount of time I see Blackwood batting, I'm not too sure if I'm convinced. I'm not too sure.
Okay, but
skepticism is necessary.
I doubt you're the first person to suggest something like that, but I don't know. I don't know, Star. Yes, Mr. Lover.
Look at it this way. In the recent England Test series, he was batting good and with the patience and so on to get his 100. Also in the regional when he made his 90-something or something like that, he was batting good and patient too. But
that is the thing, Mr. Lover. That is the thing. It's how often you are able to do it. That is the thing. Well, I think Marlon would be saying, do we turn over a new page and try him there and give him a couple of innings and see how it works? That's the thing, quite a few guys are able to do a job every now and again, but the problem we have always struggled with is consistency. That is the problem. So it would be a similar move to what I see England is doing, where they have moved Ollie Pope from 6 or 5, I think, and he's now batting at number 3. But coming up, I have always thought that, he's somebody that would be able to bat there. And I have heard commentators liken him to Jermaine Blackwood. So if Blackwood is able to hold his temperament, then I guess there would be some reasoning or some logics behind that. Because I see Ollie Pope, he scored his first century at number 3 there, getting, I think it was 146. Not saying it's the same quality or anything, but it would be the same sort of moving one man from 5 or 6 to number 3 and asking him to basically, or to 4 or wherever, to hold his temperament and try and bat. I don't know, Star. I don't know. It's really tough. It's really tough. We're Sheldon. We're almost ready to close, and I want to find out why Sheldon can. Sheldon, before we go, I know you have the link with all of the Trinis. Are we now going to see Nicholas Pooran as a spinner? Do we need to try and find a batsman to bat at number 4?
Sports Steady Bone, the amount of old talk that Nicholas did them fellas and them. I would not want to be in that dressing room after. Hossein and Walsh will never
Walsh.
be able to lift that down. You know. They will
Yeah, he's
never
not
be
going to
able
stop
to
that. He's going to pressure them. But this is my question, though. Apparently, he's allergic to scoring runs. So, do we pick him as a frontline spinner and get somebody to come and bat at number 4?
Yeah, bring back Hetmeyer for bat at number 4.
The thing about it is that with Puran and them fellas and them, they don't see it as a problem. They say, okay, here's what we ain't score today, we go score tomorrow.
But they are saying that they have been saying that for quite some time. That is my problem. They are in no hurry. I understand that cricket is a game that you don't know when you're going to fail. But taking it on the chin every day of the week, man. Come on, man. So you're saying he's going to be ready for Bangladesh then? Yeah,
man. But you see, look at the curious thing, right? When he went India last year, well, last series, right? He scored a set of runs in the T20, and he scored runs in the ODIs, you know. Same batsman, you know.
Yeah, I remember that.
So that
But it's ongoing now, man. Nothing at all in the Netherlands series, nothing in the Pakistan series. So is it going to be a case where every 4 or so series
it's about 11 or 12 innings now, he make no runs.
So every 12 innings we'll get some runs from him?
No, we had to get runs now.
You can't remind me like a Darren Bravo.
Hey, leave Sheldon. I don't want you guys pressure Sheldon too much, you know. But in our seriousness, though, guys.
Let me just make one point on Blackwood.
Let me say this, Sheldon.
Go ahead, Marlon.
Go ahead, Marlon.
Oh, I am afraid that we've replaced one underperforming captain for another one.
Ooh.
And that is just because, and people might be upset, but at this point, that is how it looks. Which is not good. And my final point, because I think this is it, I'm looking to see who is going to lead the attack if Kemar Roach doesn't play, because Roach is normally the Bangladesh destroyer. Whenever Bangladesh comes here, Roach has a field day. So if he is absent, I'm interested to see who is going to take the bulk of the wickets.
All right. I hear Marlon, but where Puran is concerned, you know, his captaincy, I'm not going to knock it as yet. I'm giving him some time. His run scoring, though, needs to step up. But in terms of him taking over from Pollard, he was probably one of the few guys that could make the team on merit. Puran, that is. But I am hoping that he's not going to turn into, as you say, a underperforming captain. But in all honesty, when he took over, he was one of the few guys that could actually make the ODI team. You know, that needed some improvement. So we're definitely going to keep a close eye on him. Yes, Sheldon.
Yeah. But getting back to Blackwood. Blackwood have a lot of ability, but to me, he's a player like Stokes. You see how Stokes coming in, coming in to dominate or get out. It's only one or two things can happen. I not play no match situation. I not play no balls to get no 60 runs. Is either I come in and I beat the ball or I get out. That's one thing.
But the thing is that Stokes can bat. Stokes have about 10 or 11 test match centuries. Stokes can actually bat. So his judgment and not saying that Blackwood cannot bat, you know, but you have certain caliber of players that can go out and do and the two of them trying to do the same thing. Now one performs and the next one is not able. Well,
that brings me to the next problem.
Yeah.
The part of West Indies' current problem is that players believe they are better than they actually are.
Exactly, because Stokes can bat. Stokes can bat.
So that they're not really working hard enough on the game awareness, on the bowling, on the batting. They're not really working hard enough on that. Men not going out with the kind of blood and guts thinking that, hey, you see me, I have to do well. I'm not getting out today. And that kind of thing. You understand? And until that happens, the coaching staff, the management, the captain, everybody had to treat people with kiddie gloves because the nationals go come after them. You had a bowl this one, or else we go call bias and we go flood the social media and call for
it's
your
always
head.
going to happen. It's always going to happen because of the
That's what
territory.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
always
saying.
gonna happen.
Because to be honest, we might only have 2 batsmen that could make any of the other sides in the world, and probably 1 bowler that could make any side. And are you talking about any side you could think about? Bangladesh, you name it.
And
We
who are
don't
those
have a
batsmen?
player that could make South Africa team. We don't have a player that could make the England team. We don't have a player that could make the Australian team.
Not
Think
even
about
Shea
that.
can make the ODI any of the ODI teams.
It's gonna be a toss-up.
But he would be dropped regularly.
You understand? So that's the thing. We have problems. We don't have a world-class team, but if the fans expecting world-class results, right?
All right, Sheldon, I hear you. Mr. Lover, any final words? I have to run shortly. Mr. Lover,
Yo.
what say you?
I have no idea what to say because I've been zoning in and out. So
Just
all I'm gonna
stick
say-
with your topic, man. You're going to go without a spinner tomorrow. No motive, pure pace and medium pace tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'll send you the picture of the pitch later today.
All right, boss. All right. Sheldon and what's his name again? Who else was on? Sheldon and Marlon and Mr. Lover were able to join with us today and have a talk. We can't call it a radio talk show because the guy is not showing their faces. You know, it's not like it's a YouTube talk show. It's a call-in radio talk show. But anyway, I really appreciate you guys coming on and having a talk with us. As I said, I have to run now. Hopefully, I'll be able to give you guys another video later on or tomorrow morning before the game start. But it's been wonderful chatting with you guys, and just be safe, and we'll touch base again. For all the persons that were in the comment section, keeping it lively as usual. You know yourself. I don't want to go ahead and call out anybody, but for all those that were there keeping the conversation going, thanks for the support, guys, and we'll touch base later on. All right, stay safe, everybody.
While you on the West Indies.
So the flag there, the flag will rally. All right, later, everybody.